Greetings. My name is Brother Scott, and I believe that with faith, courage, and discipline, we will prevail. All right, so in last video, we talked about finding your calling. And remember, a calling is a lifelong mission that you're passionate about that provides value to others. In today's video, we're going to talk about building a roadmap to pursue your calling. Now, what is a roadmap? A roadmap is a list of objectives in a particular order that supports strategic planning. A roadmap helps you visualize, a roadmap helps you visualize your plan to meet your goals. It provides a systematic approach to pursuing your calling. Don't try to pursue your calling without a roadmap. You can end up wasting your time doing things you don't need to do. You need a roadmap to keep you focused on the skills and knowledge required to pursue your calling. All right, let's pause for a moment. Let's break this down. All right, so if you're going to go pursue your calling, whatever that may be, maybe you want to write a book, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, maybe you want to whatever it is that you want to do. If you don't have the knowledge and the skill set yet in order to do those things, well, you got to build yourself a roadmap. All right? And a roadmap is necessary so you don't waste time learning or doing things that are not going to be conducive to learning what you need to know for your calling. And I would equate this to when you buy some new furniture or you get some new tech. Oftentimes what will happen is we'll try to not read the instructions, and we may look at it briefly and say, okay, this doesn't seem all that difficult. I don't need this crap. And then you try to assemble it or you try to program it. And next thing you know, you're spending hours trying to put something or assemble something that may have only taken you 15 to 20 minutes. You understand? So, roadmaps are important. Now, let's talk about how to build a roadmap. Figure out what skills are required to pursue your calling. Make timelines for when you want to have specific milestones accomplished. Build routines based on the skills and knowledge you need to develop. Alter your roadmap when necessary. So I put this in here because you may have built a roadmap and your roadmap may be solid, and what could end up happening is, let's say you want to be a computer programmer, all right? Let's say you want to be a software engineer, and as you're learning, as you're following the roadmap that you built for yourself, let's say there's a new piece of technology that eliminates half of the stuff that you would have had to learn in your initial roadmap. So you may need to alter your roadmap so you're not doing things, again, like I said before, that is not conducive to pursuing your calling. You understand? So alter that roadmap when necessary, when it makes sense. Okay? And then, this is a good one. Find people who are doing what you want to do and see how they got to where they are. If possible, get help or guidance from a mentor when building your roadmap. So you may not even have to build a roadmap from scratch. If there's someone that's already doing what you want to do, look and see how they got to where they were, and essentially you can take their roadmap. Either maybe it was an intentional roadmap, maybe it wasn't. But see how they got to where they are, and boom, you can take that and make that a roadmap for yourself. You understand? And then I talked about mentors. So if you're able to find someone that can guide you and be a mentor to you, that's even better. So let's say you want to be a tattoo artist, all right? And that you feel that that is your calling and you're a damn good artist, but you don't understand, you don't know how to put what you put on paper on somebody's damn body. that's a different thing, right? So what you could do, you could find a tattoo artist, someone that is willing to take you in, and then from there, they can kind of point you in the right direction. Maybe they can even look at your roadmap and tell you, hey, you need to focus on this, or you don't need to worry about that, or this is obsolete. This, you can go ahead and erase this. You understand? All right, so next section, we're going to talk about making sacrifices. Okay? So as you're building a roadmap to pursue your calling, guess what? You're going to have to make some sacrifices. There's some things in your life you may have to change or temporarily stop. You understand? So, first point, determine what is beneficial and detrimental to pursuing your calling. Cut out distractions. Cut back on the things that don't benefit your calling. All right, so this is, if you notice a theme in this building a roadmap, a lot of it centers around one of our core values, discipline. And what is discipline? Discipline is the determination to consistently do what is necessary to achieve our goals, right? And so you may have to temporarily cut back on the video games, cut back on going out to the club, temporarily. If that is a hobby and that's something you want to do, or that's something you like to do, you don't have to completely, as long as it's not destructive, you don't have to completely remove it from your life. But maybe temporarily, as you are pursuing your calling, so you can make time to follow that roadmap. You understand? Embrace delayed gratification. All right? Adjust your lifestyle to be in line with the pursuit of your calling. What does that mean? So as you're building your roadmap, you can take your schedule, your daily routine, your basic daily routine, and you can organize it in such a way where it aligns with the pursuit of your calling. You understand? So let's take the example of being a tattoo artist again. You can allocate time throughout your day to draw. Allocate time out your day to do research on the latest trends as it pertains to the tattoo industry. You understand? And so that way, until you get to a point of proficiency, your life is aligned with that pursuit of your calling. So you're always constantly working on attaining the skills and the knowledge required to do that, to do your thing. We understand. All right? This is a big one. Stick to your roadmap. Stick to your roadmap and track your progress. Again, this is all starting to revolve around that core value of discipline. You have to stick to it. Okay? Diligence and dedication is required when you're pursuing your calling, especially if it's something that doesn't come natural to you. All right? And then the last point, all right, so all right, so pay attention to this one because this is important. Understand that some relationships with your family and friends may change. Uh-oh. For the most part, they will be your biggest supporters. However, you may have a few that may discourage you or admonish you for pursuing your calling. Some may disapprove of what you're doing. Others may get jealous. You will even have some that may not understand what you're doing or why. Okay? It will be hard, But you may have to temporarily cut people out of your life if they don't support your calling. All right, now this is a big one because this is probably one of the hardest things as it pertains to building a roadmap. Because some of your family and friends and people that are close to you may not even support you. This goes back to our core value of faith, right? We must critically, what did I say about faith? Go back to my video when I talked about the core values of faith, courage, and discipline. What did I say about faith? We must critically challenge the doubt that comes from the naysayers. And as you're building your roadmap, okay? So let's tie it in. As you're building your roadmap, maybe you can't go hang out with your cousin all the time. Maybe there's going to be times where, you have a family function and you might not be able to make it because you're trying to stick to your roadmap to pursue your calling. Okay? So with that being said, just understand you may temporarily have to change some of the way you interact with certain friends, certain family members, and it's going to be tough. But okay, another core value, you're going to have the courage, right, to be honest with them and let them know, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I can't do what I normally do with you. You understand? And this is why I did a video on the core values first before I went into pursuing your calling and building your dynasty. Because in order to prevail, I don't just say it just to say it. In order to prevail in achieving your goals, you're going to need that faith, that courage, and discipline, in addition to any other values that you may already have. You understand? Okay? So that's my last point on building a roadmap. Now that we've found our calling, or you know how to find your calling, you know how to build a roadmap to pursue your calling, what we're going to do in our next video, we're going to actually talk about executing that pursuit. You understand? Executing the pursuit of your calling. All right. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and donate. And always remember, with faith, courage, and discipline, we will prevail.